SBTV.
So, look who I found. It's only YouTube legend. iJustine, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's so nice that you're here. Hello.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be back in London. The last time I was here, the weather was not very nice. And today, this entire week has been so beautiful.
So when did you get in?
A couple days ago.
Okay, so you've had time to kind of like adjust from LA time.
You'd think so. I'm like, okay, the sun is coming up. I think it's time for me to go to sleep.
It's like 3 a.m., right, in LA or now? Something like that.
Think about it. Don't want to think about it. It's going to screw it all up.
So I think actually the last time we kind of saw you, we came out for the Call of Duty Championship. So was that like was that probably the biggest thing you've done in terms of like esports commentating?
For Call of Duty, we also did a show called Friday Night Fights, which was on Call of Duty Elite. So kind of getting my way into this. I mean, I've always been such a huge gamer, and then to find out that this whole other world of competitive esports is, I mean, these kids are amazing at the games. I mean, they're making a living doing this, so it's so cool to be a part of it.
It's kind of disturbing how good they are at it a little bit.
They're really good, you know? Just when I think I'm like, yes, I'm really good, I watch these guys play, I'm like, you guys are ridiculous.
I mean, I don't know, like, I like to think, I'm very much a single player campaign kind of girl a lot of the time, and you play it and you're like, oh my God, I'm so incredible. And then you kind of go online to multiplayer and you just feel really terrible. Do you feel that a little bit? Sometimes you're not quite meet up to like because if you do single player, you're like, I'm brilliant. Yeah. And then you go into multiplayer and you're like, no, I'm not.
Well, a lot of these kids have so much time to play, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I manage playing this in jobs and working and everything? But they are really, really good. And then I hear them talk, and I'm like, you're 8 years old. This is unbelievable. Do your parents know what you're playing right now?
Yeah, I mean, so, obviously, like in America, esports is even bigger. Obviously, it's kind of picking up here in the UK. Like, what are some of the biggest differences you think between kind of like US and UK esports?
I feel like the UK kids came in really serious. They're having a good time. And plus, I think our guys, they've been enjoying London. So I think they're staying out a little too late, you know? But I mean, it is cool to see such a fun event. And I mean, everyone at GFinity has been so amazing, and all the teams are really excited. So it's going to be interesting to see who takes the grand prize.
Do you have any favorites? Can you have favorites?
I mean, I do. I'm kind of friends with everybody, but the Optic Boys, because they do a lot on YouTube, so I always see them popping up in my subscriptions, and they're always streaming on Twitch. But we'll see. We'll see. Complexity took it in MLG, so we'll see. It's going to be fun.
Is it kind of like a weird sort of thing, like coming here and like, you know, because obviously, you know, like a lot of guys can from sort of like online, and then you kind of get to meet them sort of face to face. Is it, because it can be a little bit awkward, because I have to say I've gone around the room a little bit today and I'm like, you know, and you're like, I know that, just because you're also, it's a lot of dudes, right? It's a lot of dudes' names to remember, right?
It is, and then when you start watching and going to events, you kind of learn them all, but there's so many people, and I think I still am so impressed that a lot of these guys, I mean, this is their full-time job, is playing video games, and it's amazing.
I mean, like, obviously, you know, you came up sort of like through YouTube. You've been around since pretty much the beginning of YouTube, quite a while, right?
A long time. It was like 2005 or 2006.
I mean, didn't remember that far back.
I don't either. That's why there's YouTube. So now I can go back and be like, what was I doing then?
Do you sometimes go back there and you're a bit like, oh my God. You know how like when you watch videos of yourself and you're like, oh my God, I just knew nothing, or like I look really silly or something. I do that.
No, sometimes I'm like, what was I thinking? I can't believe I posted this. And I can't delete it because it's, you know, it's a little piece of history, but it's definitely embarrassing. But I'm like, if I posted it, then it's got to stay.
Yeah. What kind of gave you the first inclination to start? Because I mean, this is before, you know, obviously a lot of people, you know, do YouTube now. They hear all the success stories, you can make money, and so people kind of have this weird attitude sometimes when they go on YouTube. But this was like right near the beginning. What kind of was your first drive to do it?
I mean, I think I've always loved editing and production and film and video. So I just wanted to learn to edit. And when I started editing, I was posting stuff online so that I'd be able to get freelance clients. So it was basically like, look, I know how to edit. You should hire me to edit your videos. And then I started posting it on YouTube, and people started watching. And it just kind of all stemmed from there. And then here we are, 2013, still doing it.
And what's some of the weirdest stuff you think you've posted on a YouTube channel?
Gosh, I mean, I don't even want to think about it right now. I mean, there's just so many random things. I mean, I do a lot of Apple Store dances, so I'll go and dance in Apple stores. And the last time I was here, I danced in Covent Square. I believe that's the Apple Store.
Oh,
is that
Regent Street?
I think so. I don't know. Covent Garden. Yes, yes, yes. I knew it was like a little square that I walked around, and there's a garden. But yes, that's where I danced the last time that I was here. And yeah.
You need to hit Regent Street then. You need to get all of them, take them off.
I do. I should. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, do you sort of like, because obviously, you know, YouTube's in the States, like they're really big. I mean, do you kind of get stopped when you walk down the street? Are you at that kind of level?
It depends. Definitely if I go into the Apple store, because it's usually like, these are my peeps. But it's interesting because in LA, there's this, in Santa Monica, there's 3rd Street. It's a promenade, so it's usually a lot of tourists. So I meet a lot of people there because they're always in town and traveling. And
I knew Los Angeles was full of celebrities. I knew it.
But it's so fun to meet people because it's like, oh my gosh, you're a real person and you watch these videos. So it's always amazing. And I actually do have a big UK following too. So it's amazing to be out here and get to meet people. And
You haven't had your dinners interrupted yet?
Not yet. No, we're not that cool.
I did hear though that you stopped in the middle of a dinner last night to play some Animals Crossing. I heard that this was a thing.
I hate and love this game at the same time.
Everyone's addicted, it's like crack.
It's like, and everyone's like, oh, that's just a children's game. I'm like, well, how come all of my adult male friends are playing it? They have children and their kids aren't playing it. They're the ones playing it. It's sort of a fun thing, but it's real time. So even being here, the time zones do not switch. So my shops are closing and I can't, I know, it is a lot of pressure, but it is a fun game.
I have to say, yeah, my entire like Facebook feed for like seriously like the past month is just people like doing screen grabs of their Animal Crossing. It's got a lot of journos hooked. It's quite frightening.
It's really, really fun, and I don't know why. At this point, I'm not even sure if I'm actually enjoying it or having fun, or if it's just because like I have to get everything for this day. I'm like, all right, my shop's about to close. I need to go get my fortune cookies. I need to open them. I got to give Timmy or Tommy my special ticket. I mean, it's.
Are you adding these onto like your to-do list for the day? Like, I've got to go to shop and buy real groceries and pop into Animal Crossing.
Let me tell you how bad it is. I've actually put the Animal Crossing characters' birthdays in my calendar so I won't miss their birthday parties. And I cannot even tell you, like, I mess up all of my good friends' birthdays. They're like, Justine, you totally forgot my birthday, but you didn't forget Sydney's birthday in the game. Like, you're right. This is pathetic. That's when you know it's bad.
That's when a game has really, really got you. Because I mean, a lot of kind of like iOS games and stuff like that, the ones that are more kind of like tap culture, where it's like you kind of opt in and opt out. But it's like you've got to do it. I've spent like so much time invested now.
Yeah, there's a lot of competition against your friends too. Like my sister just graduated from college, so she basically has nothing to do except look for a job. So when she should be looking for a job, she's playing Animal Crossing. So I'm like, oh my gosh, how did you unlock the coffee shop already? Like this, it's just need more time. Need more time in the day.
You need to stop working, for heaven's sake, woman.
I know, but that's a good thing about flights, though, because I can always play my games on the plane.
I mean, aside from like Animal Crossing, what are some of like your big games at the moment? I mean, like what kind of stuff are you into game-wise?
I mean, I love Call of Duty. I mean, that is my favorite game. And I mean, I've been playing games in general since forever. My mom sent me a Christmas list from when I was 8 years old. I was asking for a Game Gear, a new Nintendo game, and something else game related. I was like, well, I guess this proves that it dates back to very, very early.
Game Gear was great though, Columns. That was probably the first one I got super duper addicted to as well.
Yeah, but the bad part about Game Gears, I remember the batteries used to die, so we would be on vacation.
6 AAA batteries.
I know, and that thing was so heavy, and then you'd have to carry all the extra batteries.
And it had like a TV tuner as well. It was weird, right?
Oh, I do remember that, yeah. The struggle was real with the batteries.
A whole lot of hassle, really, for not a lot of reward.
But it was fun.
I mean, so what games are you looking forward to coming this year? Because obviously, you know, we've got like new next-gen consoles coming out. What camp are you in? Do you have a camp?
I've always been an Xbox fan, but I just broke out my PlayStation recently for The Last of Us.
Such an amazing game.
Halfway through, so everyone's like, oh, let me tell you what happens. I'm like, no! And I'm halfway through BioShock, so I'm like, okay, everyone just be quiet. I can't travel with my PC or my console, so all I have is Animal Crossing.
I mean, like Last of Us, obviously, you know, like got so many kind of plaudits over here. Was it like a massive hit as well in the States? Was everybody talking about it?
It was. I mean, my Facebook and Twitter feed is everybody just posting the pictures of them playing it and breaking out their PlayStations, because a lot of my friends are all Xbox. So they're like, all right, we got to break it out for this.
I mean, it's pretty powerful, really. I mean, like the lure of like the gamer score on like Xbox and how it like keeps to move people over to the other side to get out PlayStations. That has got to be an amazing game, right?
Yeah, no, it definitely is, and it's going to be interesting, you know, with the Xbox and the PlayStation 4. I mean, I definitely pre-ordered both, so we'll see.
All right, well, fantastic. Thank you so much for your time. Good luck with all the podcasting this weekend, and we will be seeing you around, I'm sure. Thank you.
It was nice meeting you. Nice meeting you too. Bye, Internet.
Bye, people of the world. Don't tell her anything about The Last of Us or why Yoda. Right in the kisser.
Add me on Animal Crossing. Bring me fruit, please.
Subscribe to SBTV to keep updated on the latest releases and check out more of our videos below.